So Castor has finished his other lot of wet food that I've made. The past few days he hasn't been eating as much, and he hasn't really been, he's not been as good as he has been. Not eating as much, so today's one I'm going to make a little bit different and put some more of his favourites in it, and hopefully that will encourage him to eat a little bit more. So Dougie's got this all prepared for me just to chuck into the blender. So again, it's the Science Selective rat nuggets that I've been steeped in hot water to make them jellified. I got some corn because that's one of his favourite foods, and it should blend down well. We have been using the Rat Rations Elderly mix that you soak, but unfortunately it's got some lumps in it and he's not really been able to, well, he has been able to swallow the lumps, but it's not been as easy for him. And what tends to happen is his little food bowl, when we come in the morning, he's sort of lapped up all the wetter stuff and there's chunks in the bottom that he's not eaten. So instead of that happening, we're blending it all smooth so that he can eat it all. So we've got an overripe pear, nice and soft and juicy. He's not been drinking from his water bottle, so this makes sure that he's getting plenty of fluids. We've got a banana and an avocado. I meant to keep an avocado skin to show you. The flesh nearest the skin on an avocado is quite toxic to rats, so when you're scraping it out, just don't go right to the very edges. Leave a little of the dark green behind, and the greener it is, the more toxins it has in it, I believe. So that's what I was told anyway. And we've got some blueberries. Blueberries are really great full of antioxidants and stuff, so and I know he likes them, although he doesn't eat the skin on them, but hopefully that will blend small enough that he won't notice it's there. We've got a Heinz baby food just to give it some flavour. I like to put a spoonful of honey in there just to sweeten it, and honey gives some good energy. An energy boost for him because he seems to be very low in energy. And honey is also just one of these sort of nature's miracles. It's a very good remedy. I'm putting in some cashew butter. Again, it's just for that extra energy because he's lost weight. I won't need to put any oil in this time, seeing as this is quite oily on its own. And then comes the vitamins. So I'm putting in a small amount of Dr. Squiggle's Tiny Animal Essentials. This is the non-soluble stuff that you sprinkle over food, and it's supposed to be a pinch per rat. So I've put probably half a teaspoonful in, because this will cover him for a few days now. And because he's on antibiotics, I have a live bacteria powder, a prebiotic, just to help his stomach. And again, probably about half a teaspoonful is enough to manage to get that everywhere. And the last thing to get is Complan. This is sort of a pick-me-up, I guess, it's really meant for sick elderly people. It's a high nutrient, all vitamins shake that you make up, and this one's strawberry flavoured, so he seems to like it. And again, it's just adding a little bit more nutrients, calories to the mix. Right, need some water. Started off with putting a bit of water in it. Alrighty, oat. I got fine milled oats, which is basically an oat flour. I put a couple of teaspoonfuls of that in. I know I'll need to add more water into it. That's looking quite good. So that's looking pretty good. Stop beeping at me. What I'll do is I will give this another couple of blitzes, and I'll come back to you with it in a bowl and see how Castor is doing with it. That way you're not getting stuck listening to just sitting there watching it blitz. And I'll take it up the stairs and I'll show you Castor having a go at it. So I've set up this towel on top of the cage and put his football there. I thought it might be easier to see what he's doing. Hopefully he doesn't fall off. Mummy will be watching for that. Maybe, darling. He's just a wee clean. Last night's food stuck around his chin. So let's see what he thinks of the new food. You alright, baby? Yeah? You can see he's still trying to clean, he's just not very good at it. What do you think? Is it tasty? He seems to like that. Oh, he's really tucking into that. That's great. Last couple of days he's had like a little nibble and then went back to bed. I just worry about him getting to the point where he's suddenly not eating at all and then he has no fat stores to keep him going, so I want to keep him at a decent weight. A little plump. Because I feel he still has quality of life. He likes to sleep in his little hanging cube, and we line that with kitchen roll because he is peeing just anywhere. So that gets changed 2 or 3 times a day whenever we find it wet. And we're going to take him into the vet next week just for a check-up. My goodness, boy, you're really tucking into that. Is that because it's got corn in it? Because corn was your favourite. He's got medication hidden in there as well. There's an antibiotic and bisolven to help his snuffliness, his breathing. Bisolven's a decongestant, which helps the catarrh. When he came to us, he really sounded like a little dog. He would bark, clearing his throat, trying to clear his lungs. And his owner had had him on lots of different antibiotics and hadn't really had much of an effect. So the vet suggested the bisolven, seeing his kid was getting it as well. Decongestant, and it's made such a difference to him. You need a good clean after this. Yeah, I think he's getting up his nose. So I think I'll end this and I'll go and get him his wee nose cleared. I might just be able to sit this here. Needs a wee wet wipe, clean your nose. That better? You're alright. There you go. And he's certainly getting around easily, and even though his back legs are so weak, and he loves his runabout time. So there we are, he's back in his bed. He likes to bury himself in this little corner of newspapers. And there's a wee chew toy under there, but he doesn't really bother with it. He really just sleeps. decided to find the food again.